Hey everyone, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and I am coming on with just a little heads up regarding Michael's heavyweight cardstock. As you can see, I took the time to turn a whole bunch that I had sitting here into card bases. I make A2 cards the most frequently, and I've been busting through a lot of paper lately, so I thought I would just take the time this weekend to make a whole lot of card bases just to make the process a little faster. And so I was turning a pack of rose petals, a pack of ocean. I had a bunch of craft, a bunch of black, and then I also had coffee and cream, which for those of you who don't know, you get black, gray, kind of a chocolate brown, and this cream color in those packs. And as I was making these, I was noticing that the card bases, once I scored and folded, they were either uneven or they were completely crooked. And at first I thought it was my scoreboard, but I've had the same scoreboard for years. I prefer this Martha Stewart one, which you can't get anymore, but I also have the new Alta New one. And so I switched from between boards and they were still off. And so I started measuring the paper before I was cutting it down, and I found that they were really truly off. So let me move these out of the way a little bit here. And I started saving the slivers I was cutting off. So the biggest one was the all black. The all black was an 1/8 of an inch off on both ends, on both the 8.5 side and the 11-inch side. The ocean was also one of the worst ones, as you can see by the size of these pieces here. These are the pieces that fell off as I was cutting them down to a true 8.5 and 11 before I started cutting them to bases and scoring them. The craft was the one that I had started noticing was super crooked, and it was like one side of it was crooked, and so I was getting these uneven slivers that are skinnier on one end and fatter on the other. The rose petals wasn't too bad. I got a couple little slivers off those, but having to stop and take the time to cut it to truly 8.5 by 11 before I could make a nice even card base was really frustrating. But the reason I also decided to share this is because if you use this cardstock, and it even could be the 65-pound because it's cut on the same machinery, if you use this to make 3D projects or albums and you're scoring and the paper is not 8.5 by 11, then when you go to assemble something, it's going to be off. So I just kind of wanted to give everybody a heads up that check the paper before you start scoring or working with it. You know, card bases are easy to fix, but it is a pain. So just keep an eye out, and when I go pick up more, because I will stick with this because it is affordable when it's on sale, I'm going to make sure I grab a ruler and actually measure what's in the package before I purchase it, because I had an incident, which I won't go into, when I tried to return some defective black cardstock one time, and they just gave me a runaround. So I want to make sure whatever I take out of the store, I'm going to be happy with. So anyway, that was just a quick heads up to check your cardstock before you use it, especially if you're using it to make, you know, 3D projects and the measurements need to be really accurate. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm going to go start making these into actual cards. All right, you guys have a great week. Bye.